Imagine standing on the edge of giving your children a fortune, only to overhear the one thing that shatters everything. A secret so dark it could destroy the family you love the most. Moments before handing over a $500 million inheritance, she hears whispers of betrayal that make her question everything she thought she knew. What would you do if the people you trusted most were plotting against you? Would you trust your heart, or fight to survive the shadows that are closing in? Stay with us until the end, because this is not just a story of money. It is a story of lies, blood, and a secret older than time itself. Click play and see how far a mother will go to protect her children from the ultimate betrayal. The story should not be boring, with line breaks between sentences to make it suitable for audio narration. The story should focus on a moment of shock or discomfort using vivid descriptions of the surroundings and the protagonist's sensory experience. Each sentence or phrase should be concise, with breaks to allow for pauses in narration. The pacing should gradually build suspense, leading to a shocking or unsettling climax. And don't write like couldn't, shouldn't, willn't, didn't, and write full and complete words. Do not end the story. There is option of continue from where you left the story. The grand chandelier above the dining hall glowed softly. Golden light shimmered across the polished marble floor. Her footsteps echoed faintly. The hidden passage groaned as the bookshelf slid shut behind her. Darkness wrapped around her, broken only by the faint flame of a single lantern fixed to the stone wall. The air was damp, heavy with the scent of earth and iron. Her footsteps echoed against the narrow corridor, each step carrying her deeper beneath the mansion. The iron key trembled in her hand, slick with the sweat of her grip. She reached the end of the passage where a steel vault door waited, its surface cold and unforgiving. The key slid into the lock with a metallic click. The sound reverberated through the silence like a gunshot. Her breath came shallow, uneven, as the heavy mechanism shifted. With a groan, the door opened, revealing the chamber inside. Stacks of old ledgers lined the shelves. Sealed chests rested against the stone floor, and at the center, beneath the dim glow of a single bulb, was the iron strongbox that held the true documents of her estate. Not the ones she carried upstairs, not the ones they expected her to sign. These were older, secret, and binding. She set the forged inheritance papers aside, her fingers brushing the dust from the strongbox lid. But then, the faintest sound reached her. Whisper of movement, the shuffle of footsteps in the corridor behind her. Her heart froze. The passage was supposed to be. The torch hissed in her grip, the smoke curling upward in thin black threads. Her knuckles ached from clutching the journals, her heart pounding in her chest. Elias's eyes gleamed in the shifting light, cold and merciless. "You think these journals damn me alone?" he said, his voice low. "Deliberate. But you forget. You were part of it." Her breath caught. The children's heads snapped toward her. Confusion etched across their faces. Her daughter's voice cracked. "What is he saying?" Elias stepped closer, shadows stretching long behind him. "Do you really believe she was innocent?" he hissed. "She knew the truth of where you came from. She knew how I chose you. She knew why." The mother's stomach twisted, the weight of years pressing against her ribs. Her son's jaw clenched. "Mother, is it true?" The journals trembled in her arms. She remembered the signatures, the papers she had approved in silence, the promises Elias had made her keep, the children's cries when they were young, cries she comforted without ever speaking the whole truth. Her lips parted, but no words came. Elias's voice thundered against the stone. "She raised you in my lies. She hid my sins to protect herself. She is no savior. She is my accomplice." Her daughter staggered back, eyes brimming with tears. Her son's fists shook at his sides. The mother's chest burned, every breath heavy with guilt. The mother's wrist burned under his grip, his fingers digging deep, bone against bone. Her children's voices echoed from the fissure, frantic, pleading. "Mother, come now!" The torch shook in her free hand, its flame flaring wild, painting Elias's face in firelight. His eyes gleamed with triumph. his teeth bared like a predator who had cornered its prey. "You belong in this tomb with me," he hissed. "You always have." The journals scattered across the floor. Pages fluttering like wounded birds, ink-stained secrets lay bare in the dust, waiting to be claimed or consumed by fire. The ground split wider, a thunderous roar as stone crashed around them. Her heart hammered, torn between the children she had sworn to protect and the hand that bound her to the past. Her breath came sharp, heavy with ash. She lifted the torch higher, the heat searing her skin. Elias's grip tightened, dragging her closer, his shadow swallowing her in the flickering light. "You would not dare," he growled, staring into the flame, but her eyes no longer wavered, her voice cut like steel. "Watch me." With a sudden surge, she swung the torch down, its fire exploding across the scattered journals. Flames raced hungrily through the pages, consuming names, crimes, the empire Elias had built. His eyes widened. Shock slicing, the chamber seemed to contract, the glowing symbols pulsing faster, like a heartbeat out of control. Her son's breath quickened, his voice trembling with fury. "Erase it, Mother. Burn it, like you burned the journals." But when he reached for the book, the pages flared, a blinding flash hurling him back against the cavern wall. Her daughter screamed. Rushing to his side, he groaned, dazed. His hands scorched red where they had touched the light. The mother's own palm still burned from where she had laid it on the cover, yet she could not pull away. The book clung to her, tethered to her flesh like it had chosen her. Her pulse raced, matching the rhythm of the glowing veins in the stone. Her voice shook. "It is not just ink. It is binding us." The words on the page shifted, twisting, reforming into sentences that crawled across the parchment. "The chosen shall inherit not wealth, but purpose. The bloodline belongs to the keeper." Her stomach twisted as realization clawed at her mind. This was not about inheritance. This was not about money. It was about ownership. Her daughter's tear-streaked face tilted toward her. "Mother, are we his?" The mother's chest cracked with anguish, the weight of her silence heavier than the stone pressing down on them. She forced the words out, ragged and trembling. "No, you are mine." But the book disagreed. The glowing script seared across the pages. The voice of Eli